Okay, grade 12s, let's explore some further examples involving the sum of a geometric series. So I said to you, calculate the sum of this, and I said 2 plus 6 plus 18 plus 54 all the way up to, and let me give you a term in the series. And I said to you, add that up. Well, the first thing we need to say, well, what kind of series is it? Well, it looks like it's geometric. Let's just test it. The second term over the first is 3. The third term over the second is 18 over 6, which once again is 3. So there's a constant ratio, and it's a geometric, which is great. Okay, now, the first term is 2. But now the problem is, how many terms do we add up? We've got a term with an unknown position. The last term in this geometric series, we don't know what it is. So let's try and establish its position. Now, how we do that is very simple. We say we're using the formula Tn is AR to the n minus 1, because that's for geometric, the term formula. Okay, we've got a term with an unknown position, so let's write it in. The first term is 2, the constant ratio is 3, and we substitute into the formula. Now divide both sides by 2 to get rid of the 2 there, and you'll get to 7 to 9 is 3 to the n minus 1. Okay, now let's write 7 to 9 as 3 to the something and check it. It should be 3 to the 6. 3 to the 6 is 7 to 9. Now the exponents, the bases are the same, so we can equate the exponents. So 6 is n minus 1 and n is 7. So in other words, if you think about it carefully, this is going to be the 7th term. In other words, there's 7 terms in the series that we're adding up. So when you want to add up the series, the first term is 2, the constant ratio is 3, and the number of terms is 7. They'd normally say use a formula to do it. So we can use our little SN formula for geometrics. And there we go. The sum of the first 7 terms, A R to the n minus 1 over R minus 1. Plug that into a calculator, use your fraction button, and the sum of the first 7 terms would simply be 2186. Okay, pretty easy. Have a look at this one. I'm going to link it to sigma notation, which is quite fun, like we did previously. Now calculate the sum from k equals 1 up to 5 of 2 to the k plus 1, and I want you to use a formula. Now it's going to be, there's only 5 terms. How many terms are there? The number of terms is definitely 5. It's the top minus the bottom plus 1, which is 5. So there are 5 terms, so it's easy to work that out. But we're gonna have to use a formula. So let's just do it quickly. Let's expand it. So it's 2, start at 1. And go 1 plus 1. Then go 2 to the, now the next number is 2 plus 1. These are all the values for k there, you see. Plus 2 to the 3 plus 1. Plus 2 to the 4 plus 1. Plus 2 to the 5 plus 1. And there we stop. We've got 5 terms. That's 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed is 8. 2 to the 4 is 16. 2 to the 5 is 32. And 2 to the 6 is 64. Now if you add that up, it's pretty easy. It's 124. If you add it up. Okay, no problem with that. But now, if we were to use a formula to verify this, it's definitely geometric. The first term is 4. The constant ratio is 2. Look, you keep multiplying by 2. Okay, the number of terms is 5. And we say Sn is A R to the n minus 1 over R minus 1. It's geometric. So the sum of the first 5 terms would be A into R to the 5 minus 1. All over 2 minus 1. 2 to the 5 minus 1. Okay, so it's 4, 2 to the 5 minus 1 over 2 minus 1, which equals the sum of the first 5 terms would be 4 into 2 to the 5 is 32 minus 1 all over 1. And that gives you 31, which gives you 31 times 4, which is then, if you think about that, is going to be 124 there. Okay, and it's exactly the same as just simply adding it up. Okay, now let's do another one with sigma, which a lot of students tend to battle with. Okay, how about this example? Okay, these geometrics are wonderful. Okay, if I said to you, calculate the value of n if the sigma from k equals 1 to n of 2 to the k actually equals this. Whoa. So what does that mean? It says the sum of an unknown number of terms n must be 2046. So what is it actually asking us? It's saying how many terms add up or sum to 2046. How many terms? Okay, well, let's have a look at our series. If you look at this, we're going to have to expand it first. So let's take our little series here. Okay, let's expand it. It's 2 to the 1 plus 2 squared plus 2 cubed. Looks like it's geometric, going all the way down to the end there. Okay, so that gives you 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16, and I probably guess it's 32. The first term is 2, constant ratio is 2. You keep multiplying by 2. Okay, there we go. And we've got n terms. Okay, so what we know is that we've got Sn is going to be a r to the n minus 1 over r minus 1. What we do know is that the sum of this unknown number of terms is going to definitely be 2046. So it's 2046 is the first term is a r to the n minus 1 all over r minus 1. So that's nice. It's 2046 is going to be equal to 2 into 2 to the n minus 1, because this goes to 1 here. Okay, then we divide both sides by 2. 1023 is 2 to the n minus 1. Bring the 1 across, so it's 1024 is 2 to the n. Now look at this. This gives you 2 to the what is 1024. Check it out. 2 to the 10 is equal to 1024. Okay, so then n, the number of terms, is 10. So there we've got it. Okay, that's what n is, the number of terms. The sum of 10 terms will give you then 2046. Okay. Very nice question.